Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the best of our training camp tour.
Spring. Oh, yeah, you're right.
Yeah, training camp tour. It's all right, brother. It's okay. This is presented by Paramount Plus, obviously. Paramount Plus is just absolutely changing the game out there in the streaming apps, especially when it comes to the NFL.
And the NFL is here, so you can stream all your favorite AFC.
And
NFL
locally, you can do it for $2.50 a month, correct?
Yes.
For 12 months.
$2.50 a month.
Which is nuts. That's a crazy deal.
Yeah.
But that being said, we got a nice little best of going on. First up is going to be Austin Ekeler. If you guys don't know, the boy actually used to rent from Austin, if you want to give a little context to that.
He was the owner whenever I got picked up in Vegas. He was the owner of the house. Somebody hit me up like, hey, Austin, he's obviously playing for the Chargers. If you want to rent his house while you're out there with the Raiders for a nice little cup of coffee, you're more than welcome. So I rent his house. He runs the rent rate up on me.
Smart.
He's a great negotiator.
Good businessman.
But phenomenal house out there in Vegas. We had a lot of fun, and we talk about it in this clip that you're about to watch, along with a little bit of the landscape of the running back market. So
that's a very big hotbed issue right now. So with that being said,
enjoy.
Get in there. First stop at the training camp tour, Los Angeles, California, where the Chargers were sitting here with Austin Ekeler. One of the best running backs in the entire league, and also Will's
one of the best landlords in the game.
Yeah, the best landlords in the game.
Yeah.
When you were at the Raiders, you stayed at his place, right?
He charged me rent. I paid rent.
There was.
He's a phenomenal landlord. He's a businessman.
Is he?
Yeah. He's got a couple things going on. You got an app. You got real estate. A lot of nonprofits.
Yep, nonprofits.
You got you, Jarrell Casey, Juju. You guys just built.
We just built the weight room right down the beach, right down the street here for Long Beach Poly. Yeah, so a lot of stuff going on.
He does a lot of stuff.
No shit. How was Will as a what'd you think when
you got back? How was I as a tenant?
I mean, there wasn't really much in the house. Like
there wasn't.
Like I just got the house, so I was like, look, man, there's not a lot in there. There's enough to get by though, and so I guess that was enough. So wasn't too much to tear up anyway.
You saw, you're like, oh, I bet.
There was some food left in the fridge.
Damn.
But I mean, if that's it, then I'm just like, whatever. Like,
we'll take out. You throw it in the garbage yourself.
I had a couple of
everything else was intact.
JP and Garrett were out there, and I burnt a pizza in the house.
A little smoke coming out of the oven.
Yeah.
A little smoke coming out of the oven.
You've obviously established yourself as like a premier back in the league. You're a businessman. You can tell. You always see the wheels turning up top.
Yeah.
All the headlines with the running back market and everything else.
Yeah.
You see Dalvin Cook. He just accepted a deal. Ezekiel Elliott.
Yeah.
Kind of softer deals, short
Barkley.
term. Yeah. 1-year deals, franchise tags, and all that.
Yeah.
You've been somebody who seems to be like one of the leaders of that running back group. Where do you see this market going? How do you see all this shifting? Like, what is the strategy in your mind as you see it from a bird's eye view?
Yeah, there's been a new narrative that's been coming out because of the contract situation that's going on. And for us as running backs right now, I think it's important for us to talk about it. And what we can do is one thing, which I think is amazing, is keep doing what we're doing right now as far as playing. Like, keep making a huge impact on your team. There's average players in the NFL. But then there's the outliers, and those outliers are the guys that are setting the new markets, pushing the boundaries. And the reason they're doing that is because they're not the average. So when we have these narratives that are coming out where they're comparing the outliers to the average, it really hurts us, and that's not fair to those guys. You can't say, oh, well, running backs in general only get this many yards. Well, what about those guys? What about, Josh Jacobs, who just ran for 1,600 yards and all those touchdowns and basically carried the Raiders offense? What about Saquon, what he's been doing? Tony Pollard, those guys that are not the average, right? And when you compare them to that, you could probably justify, you shouldn't be paying anything. But you could do that for every position.
Right.
Why are you doing that for the running backs right now? And so for us, what I want us to do and what we've decided is let's keep talking about it. Let's try to change this narrative, understanding, let people know that, hey, we can still make a big impact. And you see that. You go ask the Giants fans and the coaching staff how big of a impact Saquon is on the field,
right,
to when he's not on the field. And they'll tell you that. And so for us, it's talking about that. And so people understand that you cannot compare the outliers to the average and then justify paying them because of that.
Always good to hear a little bit of humor along with some depth as well. Interesting enough about the running back situation out in the National Football landscape. Josh Jacobs just signed with the Raiders, so we'll see how that turns out. We're going to need a good 365 to really find out what's really going to happen with that.
Yeah,
absolutely.
It still feels like Josh is in that, like all the boys who signed their franchise tag, Saquon Barkley, Josh Jacobs. I know Dalvin Cook signed a 1-year deal.
Saquon signed a 1-year deal as well.
Yeah, but was that not the franchise tag, or did he just sign a different 1-year?
He had the franchise tag, and then he signed a 1-year deal before like that July 25th cap, which was only $1 million more. But essentially, I think that means is the franchise, he can't get franchise tagged again. he has this one contract. He needs to be a free agent next year. So truly, he's betting on himself.
Is Derek going to be a free agent next year? Or does he have another year? Do you know?
I think he's got another year, but I think a lot of people are saying this might be the last one for him and Tannehill and everybody. Like there's a big changing of the guard situation in Tennessee, which is a whole different bag of the category. That's a whole different ball game.
But what's going to be fun is like all these backs, these elite backs are basically on like prove-it deals, right? Like they're all trying to get to that market next year. And then you get to kind of see like what's going to happen with the whole running back landscape next year. I think all the boys, if they're wanting to say, hey, the running back needs to be more valued, literally all of them are going to be in the market again next year.
Which is, I think, contradictory to like making the running back market more valuable.
Yeah.
You're going to have all these great running backs.
It's going to hurt them.
It's going to hurt them because usually when you go to free agency and you're a guard or a tackle or whatever, you're hoping, I hope these other big time guards and tackles get signed. So I'm the only one in the market. So there's like 16 other teams vying for me.
Yes.
Because you got Cook, Saquon, Jacobs, Henry, all these dudes. It's like, all right, we'll just pay these guys the same amount again.
Yes.
And it's like, well, it's literally, that's the beauty about the NFL, dude. It's just going to shake
That's
up.
why they all got to crush it.
They all have to crush it. Ekeler as well. But going into this next one is going to be about Mike Williams not getting paid. Not getting paid to go to Clemson.
He was going to go to the Gamecocks.
And then
30 minutes right before the announcement, what is it? His coach or gym teacher, somebody
sat him
talks
down.
him into Clemson.
Like you're gonna get influenced by your gym teacher? Come on, brother. But anyway, there's also that, and then the dreaded In-N-Out Burger versus Five Guys conversation.
The debate that'll last until we're in the grave.
It'll last until longer than this podcast. That is for damn sure. Please enjoy this episode.
Where'd you grow up at? I know you went to
South
Clemson.
Carolina. I grew up in South
You're
Carolina.
like coming out
Yeah.
West Coast.
Yep. It's far.
You never thought about going to University of South Carolina?
Yeah. It was an option.
Our boy Jay Hove, he's a Gamecock.
I were, yeah. That's why I was gonna commit. And
What
then
happened?
He went to Clemson.
Yeah.
on the day of when I went to commit, I just picked the Clemson hat.
Wait.
I grabbed.
That is so crazy.
I swear. I told my family I'm going to South Carolina. It was like 30 minutes from the crib. I'm like, yeah, we going there. And then on commitment day, I grabbed the South Carolina hat, put it down, grabbed the Clemson one. My mom was like,
there's
what
no
are you
way.
doing?
What are you doing?
There's no fucking way.
He's confused.
There's no way you had that epiphany.
But it's crazy because I had the commitment day and my high school coach had a long talk with me because he knew I was going to South Carolina, but he wanted me to go to Clemson. And he had a long talk with me before, like we had to delay the thing and all.
What were
and
the
he was
points?
leaning
What were the
towards
points he was
Clemson, so I
giving
picked
you?
Clemson.
What was the reason why you shouldn't
He
go
was
to?
just talking about quarterback situation. South Carolina didn't have like a real elite quarterback.
Mhm.
Like Clemson got some guys coming in, receivers. I had to learn from Sammy and them. South Carolina didn't have nobody. But that was my main thing. I'm like, I go to South Carolina, I'm gonna be the star. Like I'm gonna go right now, be the star.
Mhm.
Clemson
Get a little bit of
had-
cash. Did you get a little bit of cash?
Get in for it.
Denzel doc just came out. You know, everybody kind of
All right, you can't get in trouble anymore. NIL's a thing. Clemson's
Yeah.
free and clear.
Yeah, nah.
You got some cash.
I ain't got no cash.
New car,
No.
free
I
meal.
was driving a Buick.
Hey, Buicks are
Like
a
an
luxury
old
vehicle.
Buick, like a
It's hard to
Old
believe. You
Buick.
just switched up
Yeah,
30
point A
minutes.
to point B.
yeah,
Locked in.
it's cool.
That
Yeah,
better
how
than me.
And how much did you get paid to go to college?
I wish, man. I was on my way to going to Alabama, though. We probably would have got some bread.
No question.
I didn't get none, though.
I mean, it's not Alabama.
They
My
give you
people
none?
wouldn't take none, though, huh?
So they
Nah.
was trying to.
Nah, they was gonna show some love. They was gonna show
Alabama,
some
it's like almost like they almost say
it's
it.
almost a
They almost
given,
say at this point like they pay people.
Yeah, they
And we had
definitely.
Derek on the pond. He's like, I got paid in rings, which is a hell of a thing to say.
Yeah.
Crazy.
That shit goes hard.
I went on a visit. Everybody got Chryslers. Yeah, it's crazy.
Say that again.
Everybody at the dorm had a Chrysler.
Had a Chrysler?
Chrysler.
300?
300 Chrysler. I'm like Jeeps. I'm like, bro, what's up? How y'all?
Chrysler 300's got to be
No
the
way.
number one drug dealing car.
Come on.
Get that
Come on.
car.
There's no way.
They said they hook it up when you get there.
Systems. Rams.
Where's your guys' stance on In-N-Out Burger? As
Thank-
far as fast food burger,
I think
Where does
it's
it
a
rank in your mind?
It's a little bit like Starbucks.
It's a little overrated to me. I eat
That's
it
all we
here and
needed,
there, but
boys.
I think it's a little
Overrated.
overrated.
what makes it overrated?
I don't know. I feel like it's
It's just not the best
Most
burger
people
you
say
can
that.
get.
It's
All the
not.
cool kids say
It's not
that.
the best
fries
burger you can
trash.
get. The
Fries are trash. I'm not talking about the fries, I'm talking about the burger.
Anything with the burger is a big deal breaker.
What? Say it again.
You can't get anything with the burger.
You obviously don't know about the secret menu.
Shake? Wait, what?
what's the
Animal
what's
style,
the-
protein
fries?
style.
No, we don't want no animal
3 by
style
3 extra
fries.
cheese.
Nah, it's
Nah.
cool, but it's
Nah.
overrated though.
What's better?
A lot of spots better. Like
Five
burger
Guys.
spots.
Name one.
I'm a
Burger
I'm a
spots?
Five Guys guy.
Five Guys is not a fast food place. It's fast casual.
What?
What does that even mean?
There's no drive-through.
No drive-through. Okay.
Yeah.
Don't even worry about it, boys. This is going well.
This is going exactly.
Going well.
Going exactly how Will wants
yeah.
it to go.
Five Guys is better though.
Five Guys is better.
Also 3 times as much.
Is it?
Yeah. I mean, you guys,
Yo.
football doesn't last forever. You guys need to work on your finances. You can't be going to Five Guys every single day. Like $25 for a burger. I digress.
That might be the only one that's better. I like Burger King too. I ain't gonna lie to you. I can do it. I'm a Whopper.
That's a wild one.
I'm a Whopper. I'm a Whopper guy. I don't know why, but I
Carl's
like
Jr.'s
a
up
Whopper,
there.
bro.
But Burger King, I don't think Burger King's ever had anything except for French toast sticks.
I don't think there's a difference between
Yeah,
Carl's Jr.
French
and
toast
Burger.
Burger King, am I right?
Oh, Whoppers suck. Whoppers suck. This next one that you guys are about to watch is Derwin James. Derwin, I love the fact that he brings up in London that Taylor's the biggest shit talker. Did he say best or biggest?
I don't know. He was saying like dudes don't really talk shit, and then he like you could see the
Aha
light bulb.
moment.
Yeah, you could see the light bulb in his head.
You out there talking.
You were the
shit.
one.
Yeah.
And it is true. I do talk a lot of shit, and it's a beautiful part of the game, man. And it's funny because I don't remember
good at
saying
it.
much to Derwin. Thank you.
You're good at it.
I don't remember saying much to Derwin, but he is one of the best in the game.
What people liked about this one too is even the gal that was kind of bringing him into the interview and everything else.
Yeah, his like media gal, right?
Yeah.
Go
She's
ahead.
like, oh, this one was awesome. Like Derwin really doesn't do a whole lot, so he like opens. Obviously he's having fun. We have some funny hypotheticals. We talk about the season.
The hypotheticals like, would you rather have a tattoo on your body from what happened yesterday, or your color has changed
Yeah.
based on your mood?
Yeah, we're
And
like,
it's still a tough one. I can't remember what I said because both of them were like,
so what color you turning on Friday night?
you turn
Or
purple,
when you
homie.
get a little,
Horny boy.
get a little horny.
Yeah. Get that to Sean.
Yeah. Enjoy this clip with Derwin James.
No.
Talks the most trash that you've come across.
The most trash. I don't really get people that talk trash really like that. Like to me, like
There's never been anybody you're like, man, why is this dude talking?
shit. You was talking trash in London when we was fucking. Hey, I remember, bro.
Yeah.
Oh shit, yeah. When we played y'all, he probably was the last person that was talking trash to us. Yeah,
Yeah, we
for real.
we were with the equipment guys earlier, and they were
Yeah,
bringing that
bro.
up. How I was talking the whole time.
Like, Taylor, man, why are you talking so crazy to our whole team? You remember that, right?
Yeah, I do.
Yeah,
They
yeah.
reminded me of because I probably wouldn't have remembered too much. I do.
Yo, it was
I
him.
do talk a lot of shit, or did, and fucking. Yeah, I like that though. You don't talk shit.
No, I be talking trash, but you know what I mean.
You
They
gotta
don't really be
conserve,
talking back
that
to me
energy.
like that. So I
Mhm.
be kind of talking to myself.
Do you feel you kind of view that as a like respect though, huh?
Yeah, yeah.
Like when you talk trash and people kind of just walk away, you're like, yeah,
Yeah.
I'm really him. I heard somebody might have been a big baby too with the nickname.
What is it, Pooh Bear?
Pooh Bear?
Y'all gotta stop telling the world.
I'm just telling.
Hey,
Yeah, we just
y'all
heard-
be telling the world and everybody, all these people this.
Dude, where'd you get that cute ass nickname, Pooh Bear?
Come on, man.
man.
Look at this guy.
Where'd you
Yeah.
get that cute ass nickname, dude?
My mom used to call me that growing up.
You little fat kid.
Yeah, kind of chubby,
Yeah.
with the cheeks and stuff.
You get bullied?
Nah, I ain't get bullied.
You-
brother.
no, you weren't having that, huh?
Nah.
Oh, Pooh Bear, man. Hell yeah.
Do we have a hypothetical?
Would you rather have skin that changes color based on your emotions or tattoos appear all over your body depicting what you did yesterday?
Nah, I rather my skin change color. Cause boy, I be
same thing.
living. You feel me? I be living. You know what I mean?
Change colors. Oh, Derwin's horny again.
What color would you be on a Friday night?
Man. I'm bright. I'm outside with it. I'm gonna be bright yellow or something out there, man. That's funny.
What was the hypothetical that we were split on earlier? There was a big one.
Oh yeah. Would you rather have all of your phone messages leaked and pictures leaked or get rid of your phone forever?
Man, link them. I need my phone, bro.
You have everything
leaked.
linked?
You would leak all the history of every text you've ever
Oh,
sent.
hell
in
no.
photo.
You ain't say
I
that,
was
bro.
with you at first,
Right
too. I
now
had to
today.
switch up.
Right now today, yeah. But nah.
No,
you gotta have
I
no
was
longer have a phone ever again.
No.
I'm on the computer. It don't matter.
Exactly. Going back
Get
to
an
the
iPad,
landline.
tablet or
Yeah.
something, man.
Man, what a funny and fun conversation.
No question. Honestly, having Josh McDaniels on also was a very interesting thing because we thought he was going to be a bit of a square. Turns out the guy actually has a whole bunch of personality. This next clip involves him talking about Mike Vrabel and all the antics he would play on and a Patriots defense, which is wild because you think Bill Belichick would keep it as tight as it comes. Obviously not based on this clip. Please enjoy.
You coach Vrabel?
I didn't. I was on the defensive side for 3 years, and I didn't coach Mike specifically, but I was there when I think I picked him up at the airport, because I was like that guy on the totem pole back then.
Yeah.
And then kind of working my way through the defensive staff. But I was around him for those 3 years in 01, 2, and 3, and got to be around the anomaly that is Mike Vrabel. So he's
Was he ever on the fringe?
No, on the fringe of the roster.
Yeah.
No, not when I was there. Not when I was there.
You're hoping, right?
No, you were hoping he could
you
use
wanted to
that.
fight for you.
No, but he was that guy who was, he always, you were much happier that he was on your team, than not on your team. Because if he wasn't, you thought he was just the biggest asshole ever. You know what I mean? But he was our asshole. We loved
Even
him.
if it was your coach, you sometimes feel like he might be the biggest asshole ever.
I'm sure that could be the case.
The first year, 2018, his first year with the Titans, it was like, who the fuck is this guy? Why is he treating everybody like this?
Yeah.
But he's done a lot of growing.
Yeah, years later,
Yeah,
we had him on recently, and we got you could just tell how nervous we were trying to be like, you kind of
It's
sucked
great.
your first
Neither
year.
one of us are on the team anymore.
Yeah.
And you would think, okay, now we can separate and move on. But
Sure.
you're
No.
this head coach 5, you're like, sir,
Yeah.
good to see you.
Yeah.
How we doing?
Like he could cut you right now, and you're like,
you know what? You're off the podcast. You're like, well, how'd that happen, dude?
He's never going to lose that though, because he had such a good career as a player. He carries
Oh, yeah,
that.
he'll
He
tell you.
carries that. He had that kind of confidence as a player. I mean, there's nobody that he pissed off more than Brady. Because he would play scout team all the time, and so like he would do with our defensive reps, and then what he would do is whoever was playing like safety, on the scout team, he would go in the huddle and go, get out of here, and he would throw the guy out of the huddle, and then he would play safety, and of course he would never do what the card said to do, which pissed Brady off to no end. You know what I mean? It's like, well, that he's not going to do that, Mike. And then he would go, cry today. Like
Yo,
the
that is
whole like,
awesome.
oh yeah, he would. Those two had legendary battles going back and forth and all the rest of it. But Mike was always the agitator. You know what I mean? That was part of his shtick.
Billy B was okay with him going in and fucking up a scout rep.
Oh, he didn't. He didn't really. No, he didn't care. Again, he just, his thing was always like, well, you got to read it out. You know what I mean? If the safety's not where he's supposed to be, then throw it somewhere else. You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
it was kind of he didn't really mind that. No.
You seem like the Patriot. That sounds like so contradictory to what you hear as players. You just hear like the Patriot way. It's like the hardest practices. 2-a-days are just, they wish they could have him back. So to hear that Mike was
Oh yeah.
just fucking around a little bit
Yep.
and mess with it seems like very out of Bill Belichick.
But
character.
Mike, but when Mike was out there doing his thing, it was always the way you would want it to be.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And so, it was both ways. Certain guys got a little bit more leeway.
Yeah,
you know
yeah,
what I
yeah.
mean, than others,
Absolutely.
as it always is.
Yeah.
So, no, those were the guys we had back then. It was such an old school team. Brewski, Harrison, Vrabel, Ty Law, McGinnis. Like they just kind of, they kind of like
Oh,
could handle their own locker room. You know what
Yeah.
I mean? Like it was just the way it was, and went out to practice, and they kind of held the standard.
There's a legendary tale of Mike Vrabel saying that he would cut his piece off to win a Super Bowl.
said that in 2019.
Something like that. They went to
Season
the
of
AFC
2019.
Championship, and then he said, "No, I actually won't do it." And then you guys lost.
We lost to the Kansas
If
City
he would've
Chiefs
just held
right
on
after
to
he
it.
said he would actually not cut his piece off.
Yeah.
I guess what the segue is here is, what are you willing to do to win a Super Bowl?
I want to work hard. I might give a finger or something,
Yeah,
but I
no
mean, I'm
peace.
not. No, I'm not doing that.
That's not happening
Can't
for
do
you?
that. No.